Okay, there's no tricks for finding the volume of something. You need the formula. If this was a test, this would be on your cheat sheet. For now, this is for your benefit to have just in your book somewhere. A prism is the name given to any shape that's uniform cross-section. You've probably never heard that formal terminology. What the hell does that mean? It means that there's a way that I can slice the object and produce the exact same slices over and over again, like a sausage. Is this uniform all the way through? No, because if I started slicing it like from the front down, what would happen to the shape? Would it get slightly bigger? It would get biggest in the middle, and then if I kept slicing, it would get small again. Whereas, probably not the best example. Can you see how it's like a rectangular prism? Right? If I sliced it from that end towards me, is it going to produce like a really small rectangular prism? Like the end of it? What if I turned it this way and started slicing it the same way? Would it be a long, wide rectangular prism? Always the same though. Yeah? So that's a prism. The formula for the volume of any prism is always the same. However, there's some that you would be familiar with, like the rectangular prism here. Length times width times by depth. Triangular prism here. Does this part of the formula look familiar?
Yep, it does.
What is that finding? The area of a shape of some sort. Good. So what you'll notice is the volume of any prism is the area of the shape on the end times by how deep it goes. Because what shape is on the end of a rectangular prism? And what is the area of a rectangle? Length times width, right? Yeah. Times by how deep it goes. Yeah. What's the area of a triangle? Half base times by height. Times by how deep it goes. A cylinder here. What's on the end of a cylinder? Good. And what is this formula for? Is the area of a circle from last week. Times by the depth. Then here, I haven't given you a formula for an L shape, but if you can find the area of the L shape and times it by how deep it goes, you'll have the volume of that prism. Can you get those 4 down, please? It doesn't need to be artistic in your assignment. You will draw. I'll run a lesson on how to draw things in 3D, probably next week. But you won't be marked on artistry. Just to get the... If it looks impressive, I'll be like, wow, yeah.
Yeah, what about real, like, fun colours?
I might show you how to... Have you guys used Tinkercad ever?
Yes. Yeah.
If any of you in tech studies use Tinkercad, use that to your advantage, please, because your drawing will be sick.
It will.
But you won't necessarily get better marks. It'll just be easier to get a nice drawing.
But Mac computer, so I actually can't do it anyway.
Yeah, the Macs are mine.
I'm in a cow.
Tinkercad's online.
Yeah.
Get those 4 formula, please. Then 3 more, and then I'm shutting my mouth.
I forgot there was an online version.
Yeah, it's online. They got rid of SketchUp.
Yeah.
Goes like 5 minutes, and then you can talk all you like. Yep.
Does that say any prism?
Any prism, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I haven't given you the formula for an L shape, but could you break that L shape up into a couple of rectangles?
Yeah. Yes.
If you found the area of the L shape and then times it by how deep it is, that would be the volume of that shape. Just the rule is it has to be a prism. It has to be the same shape all the way through. Couple of minutes. There's 4 formula, please.
That would be helpful.
Hopefully you get the idea of that any prism thing. So what next year, if you do essential or general, you'll get questions that look like this. You'll have a weird cloud shape, but you're told that it's the same all the way through.
Is it actually?
Yeah, I teach general maths, so I've seen the book. So let's pretend that shape was a prism. It's the same all the way through. You're never going to get a formula to find the area of this, I don't know, poop shape. But if you were told the area of the poop shape and you knew how deep the prism went, you could still find the volume of it. Okay? All right, 3 more formula and then I'm shutting my mouth. I'll show an example though. Pyramids, cones and spheres. There's no overarching formula for these. You just have to read them and remember. So a pyramid, find the area of a base. So what do pyramids normally? They're square on the bottom, might be rectangular as well. You know how to find the area of a square or rectangle. Length times by width. Times it by how tall the pyramid is. And then times that answer by a third or divide by 3. Same thing. That is the volume of a pyramid. You could say the same for a cone. Cone looks like a pyramid, but what's the base of a cone going to be? Square, rectangle, or what? Cone, yeah.
It'd be a circle.
Good. So how do you find the area of a circle? Pi r squared. Find the area of the base times by the height, divided by 3. Last one, get the formula, please, of the sphere. This one's weird. It's 4/3 times by pi times by the radius cubed. You must cube it first because of bed mass. Yep. Otherwise because even my Ignite class, they'd stuff this up because they go 4/3 times by pi times by the radius, and then I have a number in their calculator, and then they'd cube it, which means they would cube all of this. That's not what it's asking. You only want to cube the radius, and then times it by pi, and then times it by 4/3. Can you get those 3 formula, please? Can you make a start also, if you're a faster writer, can you make a start on this example? It's a sphere on top of a pyramid, and then there's a rectangular prism underneath. If you can draw... Is you guys' internet still broken?
Yep.
Yes.
It's cooked. What did they do to it? I think they're just rebooting it today.
There is meant to be a math space alternative for today, but because the internet's down, you'll have to leave it. You'll have to do it old school like we originally did. Sorry. Government's responsible for your internet, not me. And you're not going to be hotspotting onto my phone.
And we can't do that either, so.
I've got a magnet. I could if I wanted to.
Did you say sausage your mouth?
Whoa. Hey! So, well, a sausage is a cylinder. We could find the volume of a cylinder. What
Is
question?
that pyramid square base just on?
Yes, it's going to be a square-based pyramid, and then you're going to have a rectangular prism underneath.
Oh my god.
Huh?
So maybe
Can you just fill up like a tiny bit?
Sorry, my
sir?
bad.
Thanks so much.
Who's asking
I have to think brain thoughts now?
You have to think brain thoughts in a maths lesson. No. What were you doing in semester 1, mate?
Not doing that.
we didn't do anything.
I can see. I'm dealing with that now. Question?
We filmed YouTube videos. If you were
I learned about Taylor Swift apparently.
yeah, our
T-swizzle.
yeah, our YouTube videos.
That's you.
Is that circle a sphere?
Yeah, it's
Now I
meant
know.
to be.
And I was like, is this
Would you like me to shade the sphere to make it look three-dimensional?
Not right now. Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise I'm gonna think it's a circle.
Yeah, that sphere looks like a circle.
This square is great.
Oh, sugoi.
Ooh, yep, that's definitely.
3D. Yeah, question?
Wow, such perspectives.
Centimeters.
Interesting.
I might be off the
My
page.
gosh. Jedi. Well, he's only my teacher, but like, we just have conversations and then he corrects me, so yeah. Teaching.
I'm just going to break them down into pieces first, which I think.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you'll be doing in your assignment. That's also what you'll be doing in a major assignment for general maths next year. and essential. You'll have a measurement assignment in both of those tasks. You might as well get good at it now.
I wrote here, not example.
While some people are still getting those formula, I might as well start finding the volume of our 3D object below. What's the shape at the top? It's a sphere. I shaded it. So the volume of the sphere is 4/3. You have the formula times by pi times by. Do I just write 6 cubed? Is that the radius of this? No. The radius is going to be 3, half of it. So 3 to the power of 3. So leave the 4/3. Leave the pi. 3 to the power of 3 is 3 times 3, 9 times 3, 27. So get on the calculator. 27 times by pi equals 84.82. 84.82 times by 4/3. 113.09 cubic centimeters. That's the sphere at the top. Times by the radius cubed. Cube the radius first. You don't know what. Is anyone going to die if I move that?
I mean, you never know, sir.
You know that. Hey, it's a non-zero chance that you'll get eaten alive by a cow.
This is technically
And
true.
that is what we
Yeah.
do.
It's technically true.
If you get it in the way.
Volume of pyramid. Shh. We'll talk about the cows after if that's your fanfic. That's right. Pyramid. Is it a square-based pyramid according to the diagram? Look at it.
Yeah.
It's 6 by 6. Yeah, you can't trust that it's going to be square. You have to look at the diagram. So it's 1/3 times by area of base. So the base is going to be 6 by 6 times by the height of it. How tall is the pyramid?
8 meters. No,
That's not... They're going to be like, yes. The pyramid is not 8. The pyramid is 4. Hey. Hey. That's the world we live in now. 36 times by 4. What's 36 times by 4? I can't do that off the top of my head. 36 times by 4. 144. So you got 1/3 of 144. 144. 144 divided by 3. 48. So the pyramid is 48 cubic centimeters. 113. 48. What shape is at the bottom of this?
rectangular.
Good. And how do I find the volume of that?
Oh, we were doing the pyramid, not the okay.
Yeah, that's why it's labeled V pyramid.
Yeah, well, that's why I was confused.
Twice an 8.
Length times width times height. 6 times 6 times 8. $288. I have 3 shapes. Do I leave it at that if I wanted to find the total volume?
No, you had to add them.
Add them together.
I'll say.
So total V is going to be 288 plus 113.09 plus 48.09. 16, 17, 19, 10,
449.
449.09 cubic centimeters.
Did you actually?